Capricorn, this is going to be your first proofread for the month of February. What's going on with you? Caprica, right? Battlestar Galactica. What's going on with y'all? You know, y'all have really been giving it to us. Like, your planet has been giving it to us for years. You got Pluto there. So, generationally, we're dealing with some changes going on. Thanks to you. Transformative things, even. Oh, the sun. Bouncing back? I feel like that's a bounce back from with the death card and the sun. You bouncing back from something. Ew. I like it. Let's see how much of a bounce back you... Oh. I don't like when I get that card. And I know it's going to see. Or you're going to see. Okay. High Priestess, Four of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. This is the first reading where I felt like I was going to need some clarifiers. Why am I doing this for you? I got to do extra work for Capricorn. Yes, extra work. We live for that. You would, wouldn't you? Also, it's like later on in the sessions, and I'm on my last 3 signs, so maybe I do need a little help out. All right, so let's see what's going on here. That's all. We're gonna put these down so they can correlate, correspond, whatever you want to call it, with these cards here. All right. Good, we got it. All right. So now we got a little bit more information here. So what's going on with the High Priestess and you needing to kind of like find the conscious awareness to pull away, to detach, to change something about yourself, or to see things differently. You know, it's having the courage and having the power and the will to move on from something. Being able to change the idea or your perception, you know, because the High Priestess, like, you know, the version of yourself that you are fixed on, right? And it's also like, you know, the habits that you aren't willing to give up. But the Six of Swords is asking you to give that thing up, give that person up. You know, it could also be like changing the way that you're looking at something, really. It's not giving something up. It's just changing the way that you see it, right? You have perspective. You know, you've gained the opportunity to move on in some way. And it's based on what you've learned. It's like you're ready to move on. The Four of Swords is saying that you're creating a boundary, psychological and communicative boundary between you and a fire sign or someone that was just a little bit overwhelming on your energy. Maybe it took too much energy for you to be dealing with them, or they were taking all of your energy when they were around you and when you were around them. It also is considering like them more so than they are willing to consider you. It's almost like they wanted you to kind of like call to them, right? Or they wanted you to answer whenever they called. That type of thing. That's what it is. You know? And it's like sometimes you just want to be by yourself. Sometimes you just want to be alone in your own thoughts and you don't need them coming into your energy and trying to change it for you. Or just because they want something. Because you do have the King of Wands here with the Four of Swords. Someone that's demanding of your time, energy, and, you know, they want to communicate a little. Right? Communicatively exhausting. Socially exhausting, right? Someone is. That's why you're pulling away. or they just don't realize, they don't see it. Someone doesn't see past themselves, right? And you're kind of tired of it, and you just need some space, right? Because you're like, your energy is like all consuming sometimes, right? Be quiet, sit down, stop. Why do you want to do this? Why do you want to go everywhere? It's like, it's a pandemic, you know what I mean? Stop forgetting that, like, you need to still have some boundaries. They do, not you. You want them to remember that they still need to take some precautionary efforts, you know, and stop just being. Queen of Pentacles is here, is saying that, like, you know, you're trying to come up with some new ways to give back to a work experience, to nurture the work experience, new implementation, right? So you need to implement some new things, right? Or say things differently. See if you can get people's attention in a different way here with the with the Queen of Pentacles, because it is talking about attention and notoriety, right? But now you're only going to get noticed for what it is that you do differently, with the Seven of Swords being there. And then that is actually going to give you the validation that you need to see that you're not getting stuck. You're not bored with things, and things can change at any point in time if you are willing to apply yourself in a different way. That's what the Queen of Pentacles next to this Seven of Swords wants you to do. It wants you to apply yourself in a new way, right? Elevate. All right, let's flip over. Maybe I should have done this with all of them. Yeah. That's good. Now this story right here, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. Someone is trying to cheer you up, or somebody wants to offer you a cup of love in some way, shape, or form here, right? With this Knight of Cups here from the Napolitane deck. Napolitane. Right? But it's almost kind of like, it's almost kind of like you aren't really having it, you know? It's like you're putting aggression into, you know, you're just asking yourself a lot of questions. You're driving yourself crazy. You're putting aggression into your thoughts, or you're giving attention to details. You're projecting into the future, you know. You're suffering over something that doesn't exist. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like your experience is just taking you there. This Knight of Cups is really just trying to, like, lighten up the mood, maybe have a good time, but you're worrying about where they're trying to take it. You know what I mean? You know, you need to also stop worrying about where this is going. Stop trying to force the narrative here with this Knight of Cups. You might be trying to force the narrative with this person, with Knight of Cups, and it being Mars in Gemini. You know, I want to force the narrative. Mars in Gemini. Is that Mars in Gemini? Yeah. And then we have the Three of Wands here, which is, you know, the Sun in Aries, expansion, growth, you know, feeling like I am living, I am alive, and I am thriving, and I am getting my just due and what I need out of life. I am making the connections that I need to make, Capricorn, right? So we're thinking of networking here with this Three of Wands connected to this Princess of Pentacles, because it is ushering in a new season for you. This is Earth and Earth, double Earth, you know what I mean? Being that it's a page, right? So what would that be? You know, that is like really seeing the value in an opportunity here. You do, right? To change something about, you know, how you are attracting something. You know, seeing that something else is possible. And now that you know it is possible, you can begin the process of the law of attraction. That's the tea. Now you have two princes here. Well, actually you have a prince and you have a king. Both swords. So this is quick thinking and also mature thinking, okay? So you're having to respond to a situation quickly through communication. Make sure you're responding to the email on time. Maybe make sure you sent the response to the email. Make sure you sent it, right? Because you probably typed it out and it's over there in your unsent, right? Or make sure you check to see if the person has sent the email, because they could be waiting for you to respond to it, but you haven't even seen that it's been sent and you have it. You know? We're trying to further a dialogue here. That's what we're doing. We're trying to further a dialogue, and we're also trying to, you know, we're not having any fear. We're not letting fear get in the way here. I mean, like, no, you're closing yourself off from that idea of fear, okay? And we are being flexible, okay? And we are allowing ourselves to consider our options in a different way than we have before, and to use that option, you know, so that we can come out on top. That's what you like to do, right, Kat? Like, share, and subscribe. Comment on the video. Follow me on Instagram. It's Providence Tarot there. My personal account is NYC Kendrick. And if you would like to get a personal reading, email me at providencetarotkendrick@gmail.com. Okay, so when I'm done doing all of these readings today, I'm going to go out, get some fresh air, you know, take a walk, go downtown maybe, and then come back and do some of the personal readings that I have to do. So if you're waiting for me to get one of those to you, just know that I'm going to be getting to you soon. Some of those are taking like a day to download or upload. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's Mercury retrograde and there's a lot of people on YouTube right now. Anyway, I'll talk to you all soon. Thank you so much for watching, Capricorn.